Come on in, Coach. We got Coach Michael Salinas from Texas A&M-Kingsville coming in to join us. And, Coach, it's been a little bit since I've seen you, and I'm interested in your thoughts on this season, because I think you feel like some people are still doubting you, and I kind of feel you guys are feeding off of some of that this year.
No, I think coming in here today and being ranked 3 in the conference and 2 by you guys, I think that's a testament to our players and our coaching staff, our administration, for being able to support us in the fashion they have. But we've been on a trajectory, I think, to get to this point, and now we got to figure out what we got to do to take the next step. Greg asked us earlier, and I think there's a level of consistency that comes into play to get that done. But we're an older football team this year, so I think because of that, we're going to see if we can put the pieces together in a really critical 4-week time frame with fall camp and the start of school to start the season and get it kicked off.
Coach, you got a pretty tough non-conference schedule, road trips to Mesa and UWG. What are you, aside from winning those ball games, what are you hoping to learn about your team in those games?
I think last year we had a fast start, and we got to a point to Angelo Week, and some things got away from us earlier and maybe weren't tested as much, but we have focused on the process. But the biggest thing that we're looking to accomplish is we're playing a little better opponent. We have to travel and take a long trip, which is part of our league, so we're going to get that out of the way early and figure out whether we can handle that the right way. And then we have a really good West Georgia team coming into Kingsville. Our 4 home games are against really quality opponents.
Yes.
So it's going to prepare us for what's to come. And then I think we're just going to have to find out as a football team early on sort of where we are and what we got to fix. But I think our guys understand week 1 and week 2 ain't going to define the season.
Coach, you are a Kingsville guy. You played at Texas A&M-Kingsville. You've coached at Texas A&M-Kingsville. You're really bringing, and I've noticed this, some of that fan base. It's a big fan base down at Kingsville. People don't, but if you're winning, you've got a ton of people behind you. How have you been able to bring some of those in, and how are you guys continuing to reach out to some of those that might still be on the fence about Kingsville?
Well, I think our alumni group does a great job. We have a Football Lettermen's Association that has started since we've taken the job, and trying to get those guys back involved and sharing some of the history with that is Texas A&M-Kingsville with our current players, making sure they understand the rich tradition that exists at Kingsville. And down in South Texas, boy, they're not going to come watch bad football. So
no, they won't.
As we've got better, attendance has gone up, and now we're looking forward to take the next step. We have a new president who's done a great job, Dr. Vela, and he supports athletics. He is doing some things to enhance the game day environment for our fans.
Good.
So I'm looking to forward to this fall, seeing a few more folks in the stands, and then now knowing that we only have 4, hopefully we can get them all there for those 4.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned 4 home games this year. So you're going to be doing a lot of travel on the road. What's the team's go-to road trip playlist for the music? What's y'all's itinerary look like for those road trips?
Oh, I'm sort of a routine guy, man. So they know the deal when it comes to travel. We're going to travel a certain way. We do the same thing. We eat really similar in terms of what we eat on the road in terms of food. But for playlist, I leave that to those guys. I'm really not a playlist guy. I enjoy all of it, but I'm focused on what we have to do. And I know those guys, that's their way to get themselves prepared. But as the head coach, I think we're in a different mindset there. So that's probably still the old school approach in me, and really coming from the guys I played for, like Ron Harms and Richard Cundiff, who were no-nonsense guys, and that really wasn't part of the equation back then.
Coach, during your session earlier, I found it interesting that you mentioned the word intentional, and I believe some of the players mentioned the word intentional. That's a big word, and I'm wondering where, because being intentional about everything, when you really dive into what that word means, it can be life-changing in a lot of ways. Where did you come about picking up on that? Because that's That's something I've only heard a few times. It's a deep topic.
As we attack each season, every team is different, and as we go and attack and we try to grow professionally as coaches, and then an avenue that we're going to find a way to try to impact our guys, and something that's going to make them see that it's not only going to help you in football, but it'll help you in life.
Yeah.
And for a long time, I think, and it really given to me by coaches and stuff I've picked up along the way, but doing things in an intentional manner are different than just getting them done. How you do anything is how you do everything in terms of what we talk about in our program. But we had a long talk when we got back in January and put a PowerPoint together for our guys and listed some things I thought we did poorly in our team room, and talked about some things that we needed to improve on if we wanted to take the next step. If we were okay being average and not finishing and not experiencing the success that sometimes we think we deserve, we needed to change. So we put some things down, and one was to be a little more intentional in our approach, and then to be a little more purpose-driven.
Well, Coach, I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for your time. I would love to have more of these conversations later. So if you're ever at coaching school with us, let me know. We'll get you on for another interview.
You got it. Thank you guys for your time. Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you, and good luck this year, Coach.
Thank you, Coach.